Clayton Spinner here. This is my submission for the web search for artificial intelligence. It basically uses an iterative depth-first searching algorithm. It's a depth-first search, but the depth slowly increases. This is useful for searching through web pages to find links to a page, because if you just did straight-up depth-first, it would search through the entire internet and just get lost in the billions of pages that are out there. So this way you can start at a shallower depth, search the nodes that are closest to the root node, and then slowly increase the depth until you find the page you're looking for. I basically set up a node class for the tree of nodes. It has a string, which is the HTML link, and then it also has a vector of children, which are all the links, nodes containing all the links from that page. Use JSoup to grab the link. Let's see. Right here. Expand is the class that I wrote that does the JSoup code. Basically expands the children nodes for the node that you give it. And most of this code is actually straight from JSoup documentation. They have a lot of good documentation on how to use it. You set up a doc which holds the web page that JSoup connects to. Here I'm giving JSoup the link from the node that I had stored in there initially. It connects, it puts it into the document, and then for this code here can extract certain elements depending on what the HTML tag is. So here I have href or ahref, which is basically all the links on the page. It puts it into a list of links, and then I iterate through each link, adding a new child to the node that contains that link. My actual search algorithm is up here. Basically, it just prints out the current web page it's looking at. This is the base case. If it's at the website, basically just returns the node n. This here checks to see if the maximum depth for this iteration has been reached, meaning D is the depth that it's given. D minus 1 would be the depth that the search on the children down here would get to. If that is smaller than 0, it's gone over the limit. It doesn't execute this code. It just returns back. So then here I expand the node's children, and then iterate through each one. Test to see if it's not null, meaning if it's not null, it means it's found the answer. Hit the base case. If it's not null, I just print out the link that it has. Return test as the answer, and then basically it filters back up through the recursion, and you get the answer. So in my main string, I just basically have enter starting web page, enter goal web page. I give the starting web page to the first node, make that the root node here. Node start equals new node start page. Node iterate, and then basically just while I haven't found the answer, I keep searching. I keep iterating through. Call search on iterate. And it just goes, each time it goes through, it increases the depth by 1. So it'll search one level deeper into the tree. And that's the iterative depth first search part of it. And then basically once it finds the answer, it just prints out the final depth, how low it was when it found the answer, and then the program exits. Okay, so I'm going to start a search. I'm going to start at the Yahoo directory, and hopefully we can end up at Twitter. Okay, so as it starts going out, first it searches the web pages immediately after directory.yahoo.com. See, mostly it's at the Yahoo site right now. Then it starts branching out after a little bit. These errors come up. Let's see. Error. That's actually, I think, trying to attach to Yahoo Mail, their mail server, and I believe that's why that isn't working. Sometimes it will find HTML links to websites it can't connect to. I've gotten a few 400 errors, which are, I think that's a malformed URL or bad request. I haven't really gotten any 404s, luckily, but sometimes errors come up, but the program just keeps trucking along. It just skips over it. Yeah, you can see those there, and those will come up each time as it restarts the search with the increased depth every iteration. But basically, this will keep going, and it will eventually find Twitter. It takes a little bit. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, what it did is it hit Twitter, and it started going through each of Twitter's. It hit Twitter.com. Also, it hits Facebook too. But then it starts searching through Twitter, all these different links from the Twitter homepage, and eventually hits the one I typed in, media. So then when it does that, as it builds back up through the recursion, it prints out each website it went through. So this is the initial one. This huge, horrendous link is not really sure where that goes. Let's type that in and find out. It looks like this directs back to Yahoo's main page. From there, it finds Twitter somewhere on here, and then media.twitter is just one short jump. The depth is 3, and that's because directory.yahoo.com is at depth 0. There's 1, Twitter is 2, and then media.twitter.com is 3. As you put in websites that get further and further away from the initial website, especially something as large as Yahoo, the search time increases incredibly fast. If I were to put something in that was a little more obscure, I could be here all day running this. But yeah, it will find the solution eventually, even if it takes an extremely long time. It'll probably run out of memory first, but it does find sites that are relatively close to the initial site you put in.